All right, YouTube. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football down in Deep South. College football is king. And on the plains of Auburn, the battle cry is War Eagle. Auburn seeks to avenge the 39-33 overtime loss to Mississippi State in Jordan-Hare Stadium to get their first win in the SEC. Now, it's going to be an orange out at Auburn this weekend at 2:30 as Mississippi State comes in after their first win over an SEC opponent in Arkansas in kind of a defensive battle, you could say, for Arkansas's homecoming, as Mississippi State won that game 7-3. Now, one of the storylines in this game is Auburn is expected to play without Avery Jones, the starting center. Now, this could be a bit of a problem for Auburn because Ole Miss is coming off a game where they had 4 sacks and some tackles for loss, and this could pose some problems for that interior offensive staff. But I think Auburn playing on the home front will help. This is a situation that's kind of adverse for Mississippi State. First-year coach Zach Arnett is taking over from the death of Mike Leach after Mike Leach goes 8-4 in the regular season, ranked number 20th in the AP poll, did not make it to the bowl game where Mississippi State wins. Currently, Mississippi State is 4-3 with key wins against Arizona and Arkansas. And just like Auburn, they struggle against Power 5 opponents. Auburn leads the overall series over Ole Miss 62-31. 28 of these wins of Auburn coming at home in Jordan-Hare Stadium. So a good percentage of these wins are coming there. One of the most historically terrible games of this series was a 3-2 win for Auburn in 2008, where Auburn finished 5-7, and that marked the end of Tommy Tuberville's career. Now, here's a big deal. Will Rogers for Ole Miss, a storied quarterback in the SEC, may or may not play in this game. If he's not, Mike Wright, somewhat of a dual threat quarterback, but not a. It's almost like Robbie Ashford, as we know, starting for Mississippi State. And Mississippi State has a new philosophy on offense where they run the ball way more than they did under the Mike Leach era. You're talking about 10 more runs per game for Zach Arnett than Mike Leach. And then, you got to think about, Auburn has Austin Keys and Keontae Scott rejoining the squad to give some hope for this Auburn team, some depth to this Auburn defense. And we got to see how this goes. Then you got the quarterback carousel with Auburn to where you got to figure out how that will go. But here's what I think, and it's prediction time. I think Auburn has not necessarily figured it out, but I think they can do what they need to do from a RPO standpoint. Philip Montgomery and Hugh Freeze, they want to do the RPO. And I think they can do this against a team like Mississippi State. Not that Mississippi State is an inferior opponent, but Mississippi State doesn't pose a threat of scoring fast. So with that in mind, it's prediction time. I got Auburn for the first time in a few weeks. I got Auburn 24-14 against Mississippi State. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.